Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Mr. English Teacher. In today's video, I will talk to you about a very important technique that most people don't know but that greatly affects your learning while studying English. The name of this technique is learning English through movies and TV series. In the modern age we live in, we all watch movies or series every day, right? But how many of us actually benefit from what we watch or use it to learn English? I think most of us don't. So today, in this video, I will show you 5 very important techniques that will turn someone who only watches movies into someone who uses movies as a teacher. So grab your coffee, lean back, and let's start our video. 1. Point. Why are movies great English teachers? Contrary to what we think, movies are not only materials that serve for entertainment. Movies present us with real emotions, real conversations, and natural scenes from daily life. When we watch a movie, we hear English in its natural flow. We learn how words connect to each other, their intonation, rhythm, and emotions. We even see real spoken English from daily life that we sometimes cannot find in books. This is the reason why we cannot understand native speakers when we first hear them. Also, because movies make us feel emotions, our brain remembers information much more strongly. This speeds up our English learning. Let me give you an example. You can still remember a movie scene you watched years ago, right? The reason is not the information you learned, it is the emotion. That emotion settled in a corner of your brain and you constantly remember it. This is the importance of watching movies or series while learning English. You may forget the word itself, but your brain remembers the scene and the feeling. And because of that, the English word enters your mind and you learn it. Additionally, movies allow us to improve our general cultural understanding. What do I mean by this? You can learn how people greet each other, how they apologize, how they get angry, how they speak to friends. These are the things many books do not teach us. But here I have good news for you, especially for beginners. I prepared an ebook that includes the most common expressions, sentences, words, and dialogues used in daily life. This book, which I designed with hundreds of expressions, hundreds of examples, and visuals, will speed up your English learning as a beginner. I am leaving the link of this book in the description. Definitely check it out and read it regularly every day. It will take your English level even further. 2. Point. Which movie or series should you choose? You are looking for a movie or series to learn English, but you fall into some traps and open any random movie. You start watching it, but you cannot understand the dialogues. The biggest mistake here is choosing a difficult movie. Fast speech, heavy accents, and complicated vocabulary will definitely challenge you in the movie you are watching. And what will the result be? Of course, you will get bored and stop watching that movie or series. So, what can you do instead? You can choose shows or movies that match your level. Simple, fun, easy to follow, and where characters speak clearly. These are perfect for your English level. Especially animation-type movies or series are excellent for A1 to A2 levels. Also, watching a movie or series you previously watched in your own language for the second time only in English will double your English learning speed, because you already know the story and the conversations, and when you listen to it in English, your brain will understand and learn it much more easily. This way, you will focus not on the storyline but on the English being spoken, and this will improve your English level further. 3. Point. Should you use subtitles? We've come to a very critical point. Should you use subtitles while watching English movies? Our answer is yes, but you must do it correctly. Use English subtitles, but definitely do not use subtitles in your own language. The reason is very simple, because when English sound and English text combine, the brain matches them perfectly. Seeing both the pronunciation and the spelling of the word together will take your English learning further. Yes, I know in the beginning you will struggle. Maybe you will not understand the spoken or written words at all, but as time passes, once you notice their harmony, your English will get better. 4. Point. How do you study a scene deeply? We have reached the most important point. Listen very carefully. I am explaining the technique that helps my students improve their English the fastest. The name of this technique is shadowing. I have already prepared a few videos on my channel about this technique, and I strongly recommend you watch them. Let me briefly explain it here. You open a video, don't choose a long one. Preferably choose a 30-second or 1-minute scene. First, watch it normally, then watch it again with English subtitles. Finally, repeat some of the sentences you hear out loud. This is called shadowing. You basically speak together with the character in the scene. This way, you exchange emotion and also practice your English. This is a great technique. I guarantee that this method will not just improve your speaking, it will explode it. It will improve it to an excellent level. Your accent, your speaking rhythm, and your confidence will improve greatly. 5. Point. 5 practical tips for beginner levels. A1 to A2. Finally, I will talk about short, step-by-step tips for people who want to learn English at beginner level. First, you must focus on the story. When you watch something, do not stop constantly and try to understand every word. When you understand the story, the English will naturally become easier. The next point. Try to learn the language on your second watch. What do I mean? Focus on the dialogues, how people say hello, how they ask questions, how they express emotions. Another point. Repeat short sentences out loud. Try to say them with the same tone and same rhythm as the character. This will develop your English mouth muscles. Another point, keep a small English notebook and write down the frequently used expressions you hear in the scenes. These can be expressions like, "Are you serious?" "Sounds good." "I'm not sure." "Talk soon." And the final point, choose short scenes. Why is this important? Because when people watch movies or series, they sometimes do not finish them, or they watch only 5 to 10 minutes and close it. This is the biggest barrier to consistency. What you should do here is watch scenes that are 2 to 3 minutes long, short animation clips or short video cuts. Remember, what matters is not watching long movies or long series. What matters is watching something in English every day, even if it is short. Yes, we have come to the end of another video. In this video, I talked about how people who want to learn English can turn movies and series into learning materials. I hope the video was useful to you. Remember, do not watch English movies as if you are studying. Enjoy the story, try to connect with the characters, exchange emotion. Remember, emotion equals permanent learning. See you in the next video. Take care, goodbye.